Hi, so in this video, we're not going to just look at one condition, but we're going to look at what you might consider be a two-way decision. Okay, a two-way decision says if the module mark is something, then do this. Otherwise, and the otherwise word is the word else, else do something else, right? So if it's one, then do this, else do something else. So let's come and look at the code. So let's go back to our original one. If I just Control Z, I should return us back through the previous one. So our original one was if it was greater than or equal to 40, then you wanted to print. Now, what happens if we want to say otherwise? If you didn't get that, say, I'm really sorry you failed. Well, the way you do it in this language is you use the word else and you use a colon afterwards. So the first condition is the if, then do that. The second condition is else. So what it means is everything else, right? If your module is greater than or equal to 40, that's 40 all the way up to 100, then you're going to print that. Any other condition will mean it's going to be less than 40, right? You don't have to spell that out because you're basically using the else to capture all the other values. Right, so what are we going to print? We want to send you have failed, right? So let's test that out and see if that logically makes the kind of sense we wish it to. Right, give it a second, check there's no issue, my code, then run it. So if my test mark is, I don't know, 2 and my coursework is 3, it tells me I failed because the sum of them is 5. 5 is not greater than that. It falls under this condition. That's not true for it, right? So therefore this mops up all the other options, and so I've effectively failed. So that's one way that you can make this work. You can, if you like, expand this into a little bit more. So what you could do is break it down a little bit further, which we'll do in another video. For this initial one here, we have two options. Here's our first option, and this covers everything else.